All right, it's time now to bring Gary Kirsten into the show. Gary, good evening. Thanks so much for joining us. First up, tell our viewers what brings you to India.
Well, I've come for to run a cricket camp here, which has been very exciting with obviously with some of the Rajasthan players, which I've really enjoyed. I got invited by the company EMG, who we've contracted with as an academy, my cricket academy back home in Cape Town. So we run camps around the world, and they've asked us if we would come and do one in Rajasthan. So obviously very excited to be back in India.
Right, it's great having you back here in the country. Gary, what are the facilities like? Tell us at the Rajasthan Cricket Academy.
Oh, the facilities are fantastic. I've been here before, obviously, with the national team when I was coaching them, and also been here during IPL. So I'm familiar with the facilities, and they're fantastic. It's been a great 5 days so far.
Right, Gary, I have to ask you this. What is your take on the overall Indian domestic cricket structure? What does the future of Indian cricket really look like, according to you?
Oh, well, I think it's fantastic to have, so many players on a first-class field on a weekend. I mean, I think they're probably, I'm not sure, but I think they're something like 28 teams, over close to 400 first-class cricketers on a field every weekend. In South Africa, we have 66 players, so it's a massive difference. I think to have that amount of players exposed to the game professionally is a massive plus for Indian cricket. So certainly in my experience, having been in India, wherever you go within India, you are seeing quality young players being churned out. So it really bodes well for the game. I mean, you kind of get a sense that the game is healthy with so many good young players coming through.
Right, we've spoken about domestic cricket. Gary, let's talk about international cricket now. And under you, India, of course, went on to become the world #1 test team. Now there's a dynamic captain at the helm of affairs in Virat Kohli. Looking ahead, there's a very long test season, of course, coming up for Team India. What's your take on the future of Indian test cricket?
Well, I've always maintained, ever since I've been here and started working here in 2008, that there's no reason why Indian cricket shouldn't continuously be the best cricket team in the world. I mean, with the amount of resource that is available here, and the amount of cricketers being produced every year, and obviously with the excitement of IPL as well, which is kind of a massive event globally, but it's creating exposure in a very high profile way to young cricketers. There's no reason why Indian cricket shouldn't continue to do well. I mean, you look at the test side now, there's just some high quality players in that team that have been successful at international level. So they've got a great leader and a fantastic player in his own right is Virat Kohli. So under his leadership, I don't see any reason why they can't do well for many, many years.
Right, let's talk about something else now, Gary. And recently, a survey which was done by the Federation of International Cricketers Association, or FICA, showed that up to 52% of the cricketers polled would rather become T20 freelancers rather than have a national contract. Does that surprise you in any way? Is 52% really a staggering figure for you?
Is it a staggering figure? No, not at all. I would have had a guess 5 years ago that we were heading in that direction. And I think when financially it is really lucrative to play in these competitions, obviously every player is going to be interested. It's his livelihood at stake. He's a professional cricketer and he wants to make the most out of the years that he can play. So it doesn't surprise me, and it's really up to the powers that be to make the decisions that keep the game healthy in all its formats and in every way. I think players will continually be challenged to work out what is the most relevant kind of way to go in their careers, and they've been exposed to a lot of different things, and that's why questions are being asked of the players whether I should commit myself completely to the international game or make myself available for the domestic form of cricket, I suppose, in many ways.
Right, Gary, let me ask you a rather tough question now. Who are the top 3 cricketers in the world currently, according to you?
That's an unfair question. I think there are a lot of good cricketers out there, and it's difficult to kind of name anyone that is ahead of another one. I think they're great cricketers playing at the moment. I just enjoy watching Virat Kohli. I think he's a very exciting cricketer, and why I enjoy watching him probably as much as anyone is that I just love the way he takes control of a game of cricket looks to finish games. So I get the sense with him, he's more interested in trying to win games of cricket than scoring runs for himself. He likes to finish games and close them out, and that's got to be an exciting cricketer for anyone.
Right, Gary, you of course coached India from 2008 to 2011, took the team to the 2011 World Cup title as well. No one will ever forget that. You have been called by many really as perhaps the best coach India has ever had. Talk us through some of your memories as India coach, Gary. What was that experience like?
It's been a fantastic experience. You know, I loved the 3 years with the Indian team. I think I learned as much as I was maybe able to share in any way. As I've said on many occasions, I think we just try to create an environment where people could perform at their best, and I really enjoyed that time. It was a cherished memory for me. I equally enjoyed, my 2 years with Delhi. We didn't have great success on the field in terms of performance, but I found it a fantastic environment to work in, and really enjoyed that coaching experience as well. So every time I come to India, I enjoy it. I love the deep passion for the game here, and I love the fact that you can go to any part of India and find good cricketers, and that's got to be exciting.
All right, one final question, Gary, before we let you go. Can you think of the funniest moment ever that you yourself were a part of in the Indian dressing room when you were, of course, India coach?
Oh, jeepers, you're putting me on the spot. I can't remember any one specific incident at the moment, to be honest with you. But, suffice to say that there were characters in the team that you played with and experienced. I still think Baji, for me, was the most enjoyable player to be involved in a cricket team as part of the Indian team. He was a very funny man, and he was always doing things that would make people laugh. I really enjoyed his company, and you really need characters like that on a cricket team, especially when you're together over so many days for a long period of time. So I'm sorry I can't share with you one story, but he was certainly one of the characters of the game for me.
All right, I'm not surprised you've picked Harbhajan as one of the best characters ever in an Indian dressing room. Gary, Kirsten, thanks so much for taking out the time and talking to us. It was fantastic having you here on the show. Thanks so much for joining us.